Hello and welcome to another episode on A Walk with Mel. Not too long ago, we had Hip Hop International Cape Town Prelims happening here in Cape Town, and the dancers did what they do best. I'm chilling here with Vance, the HHI director and event organizer. Super chilled and super happy to have you on the show. So please tell us, about the event, not just the event for the viewers that don't know. Tell us what Hip Hop International is all about.
First of all, Mel, thanks for coming around again and spending this time with us and to your listeners. HHI Hip Hop International really started in 2002 in the United States. They started with 12 countries and then basically it just grew year by year. And eventually HHI South Africa, we joined them in 2006. So that's basically was our 10th anniversary last year, which is a milestone for us. And currently there is about over 55 countries that's represented at the World Olympics of hip hop every year in August in the United States. South Africa is busy with their first prelims this year in the 4 provinces, and it was a very exciting time, and also a lot of work has gone in behind the scenes. My partner Fairchild and I had a lot of thinking to do on how we're going to move to the next level, because our aim is actually to get South Africa in the finals.
Yes.
And that was it's actually a 3-year plan that we're busy with, and there was quite a lot of discussion as to how we're going to get there. What do we as an organization need to do different in South We to get to that level, because we felt that from 2013 when Brooklyn made the finals with Jose, we never really got to that next level again. It seems like we were going back and we were not doing what we needed to do. And we did a lot of soul searching and investigation with other countries, and spoke to other HHI directors overseas and event organizers to actually see what is their process on how to get that formula, that magic formula that they need. And we made an informed decision, and we then decided we're going to incorporate more judges into our panel by taking them overseas so that they could also learn more. And by doing that, we're exposing our judges now to the international levels that is required, and
that's growth as well.
100%, and that knowledge is coming back now, and that knowledge is being rolled out now to dancers, choreographers, with us hosting workshops for choreographers as well as judges, so that they can understand what we actually want to do, what is our vision, what is our goal, and how we're going to get there. So the process was first to educate our judges on how to actually score and what are they looking for. The formula has been reinvented. We're looking for things that we haven't seen before, and the scoring has become much more stricter, and the vision has become more focused, because now previously our scoring was a little bit too high. We felt that it didn't make sense as to what when our crews go over compared to what they're doing here, and we reevaluated. So for the last, I'll say, since we came back in August from Las Vegas, we basically been trying to put in this new methodology amongst the dancers and the choreographers and the judges. The judges that we've selected now have gone through the strenuous course. They've literally been here for just for Cape Town, if I take it, for the last 3 weeks. Those dancers were here at this place, at my house, literally going through test. They've literally been doing tests.
To make sure that they're on that level.
At that level. They're also writing a test that they need to pass by 95 or 99%.
That's a level.
To be able to actually judge in our course, or judge at a competition. So Joburg is going through the same process, and they're rolling out there with Andre and his team. So the end of the day, we understand that it's something new for the judges as well as the choreographers. And we understand that it's not a quick fix.
Of course. So it's not going to happen overnight.
It's not going to happen overnight.
But at least the start is there.
The idea is we're giving ourselves 3 years, and in this 3 years we want to see that development happen.
That's so cool.
And with that, we are certain that in the next 3 years, or even sooner,
you never know,
with the crews that have been performing in the last couple of weeks, we can see this potential.
Love it.
But yes, we're definitely going to get crews going into the final, because that's
the aim.
Because that is the goal of the whole team, our whole committee. Everybody's driving that, so that South Africa comes on the map.
And that's the point. And it's so cool that you guys behind the scenes are even helping the dancers at the end of the day to get to that level.
100%.
So let's talk about Cape Town Prelims. Ek het gehoor die ding het geruk soos ons in Afrikaans. Tell us about the event. What it was like for you guys to be there.
Okay, a lot of planning in the background, but it took weeks and months to organize everything. We still had some hiccups prior to the event, but the 3rd of December was fantastic. We took a new approach this year because we wanted to show Cape Town that hip-hop events can happen on time, and that is our drive. So that when they know hip-hop is there, that organization is, they're changing the perspective of dance comms in Cape Town and everywhere in South Africa.
Being the change.
Just be the change. Try to do things a little bit better than you did before. And that is what we're all trying to do. So we started on time and we ended on a perfect note, at a high. I think it was an amazing day for us. We had quite a lot of dancers there. I think overall, the dance, we had the new section, which we call the amateur section. Basically, it was a development section that we rolled out for the first time this year in all our prelims, to be able to give the dancers an opportunity that feel a little bit afraid, or they're not ready for the world qualifying section. Give them a platform to develop to that point. And
to check what it's like, I know that.
Dancers always used to say, your comms is too, it's too tough.
The level is too high.
Yes. So we decided, you know what, let's give them the opportunity.
Open the door for more people to come.
And by greater value, the small kids just took it by storm. It was absolutely fantastic. We can see the growth.
Love it.
Some FYI, we're rolling out Tiny Tots next year, which is age group that is under 7, between 5 and 7. There was a request for those things, and we can't wait for that.
It's just becoming bigger.
Yes.
Then you've been overseas to Hip Hop International for so many times. I've been with you. You've been my tour guide when we were there in Vegas. Tell us about the level. If you look at the level there now in Cape Town, what do you think, in your opinion, the level is now for us? I know that we are obviously pushing, like you said, in the next 3 years to get there. But I mean, what do you think the level? Do you think we can reach that?
I think, yes, there's always potential for growth. I think the competition is getting tougher and harder every year.
Yes, of course.
It's because the international level and is much on a better standard than what South Africa is at the moment. But yet we still feel that we can get there because we've now actually just know what to do with the formula that we have. So the dancers overseas, they have a little bit of an advantage for us, over us. I think most of them comes from, they call them, not really studios, but production houses. Or schools where they dance literally almost every
from like small. Their life.
It's part of their life. They live the life.
It's a
culture. They plan the process and stuff. Where our dancers are more of a studio type. They only go like once or twice to classes, and only when it's really competition time that they actually put the extra work in. But yes, because they're at school, etc., and we don't have it in our school curriculum, where like Japan and all other countries, they do have something in there.
And it's also easy for them to get sponsors. Because I know we struggle out
here to get sponsors. We struggle tremendously to get our dancers over there. So it only comes down to those that can afford to go, which is a bad part of our process. We're hoping that with our affiliation to Dance Sport South Africa, and to be able to provide us with colours and Protea colours for a recognition of SA colours for hip hop, we will get assistance going forward. It's a process. It's our first year, and I think from here it will probably develop, because it's all about time and how we get there. So I think from that point of view, we are working on it. Everybody asks us always, what about sponsors? How about kids are going to get there?
But it's not something that happen overnight.
It's not something that has happened overnight. It's similar to the swimming, to the table tennis, any other code. They also struggle to get funding. But as you know, we're always trying to do that and help where we can. And we'll try to put up fundraisers as well, and shows to assist the kids going overseas now. We are taking the best 12 crews that will compete now in March at the finals.
I want to talk about that, Please tell us about the finals.
So Cape Town is hosting the finals after 3 years. I think that is a major achievement. It's coming back to Cape Town. We're getting all other provinces coming down to compete. So basically, it's going to be the best competition that Cape Town is going to host in a long time. I think the numbers are going to pull through nicely, and the level is going to be very high, which is what we want.
Yes.
And I think, Mal, from our perspective, we know that the 12 that is going to be selected, including the solo dancers that will be selected, they're going to be a good representation that we're going to take overseas. We're literally hoping that all the dancers can go, because if they don't go, they don't get colours. And that's so sad, because they've gone through the whole process. You work through the provincials, you win, and because now you need to represent your country, and if you don't represent your country, you don't get colours. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that everybody goes. So if that does, it's going to be a delegation of over 160 kids representing. It would be the biggest delegation that will be representing at Hip Hop International from a South African perspective. So hoping with that in mind, we'll get more exposure, get more sponsors, get more people on board.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
100%. Oh, I love that saying. I love that saying.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and we love it, you guys, the effort that you guys are putting in even for this event. And also just quickly, just for the viewers that maybe wants to come to the competition, just where it will be, the date, and how much it will cost.
Well, for your viewers and for yourself, our competition, or the finals of Hip Hop Dance SA's Championship, we call it Cape Town's Round Finals, where we will select the 12 best crews in South Africa, will be from the 3rd to the 5th of March. It will be held at CPTUT, University of Technology. Solo battles will start at 12 o'clock on the Friday, and all the semi-finals will happen on the Saturday, and Sunday will be the finals, and the cost will be 100 Rand for entries. And yes, see you there. Yes.
Also, stop looking forward to that, and thank you so much for joining us on the show. Just a last one, website details, social media details. You know, we love to just have the followers following us here. You know.
No problem, Al. To your viewers, if you want to catch us, you can catch us on Facebook on Hip Hop Dance SA. Our website is www.hiphopdancesa.com. Our international affiliation is www.hiphopinternational.com. And catch us on Twitter, on Instagram, Hip Hop Dance SA. Go for Gold 2016 hashtag HHISA. Catch us there.
Love it, man. Thank you so much. I want to check out this event and what happened at it. So let's check out what the dancers have been up to.
Just please. Just please. Judges in 3, 2, 1.